Hello, my country people. Today, now the 23rd of September 2022, we will discuss how to end Ambazonia terrorism. Thank you plenty once again. Today, na number 23 day of September 2022, my country people them. We don't come live, we can discuss about how to destroy Ambazonia terrorism. Yes, MKPD is live again, Igwe. So, in order for we to do that, I get this video where I don't queue I'm up for playing for one of my country people them. This video, I don't really play them earlier today on this page. Now, Barretta News, it produced and put them out there now, an audio. Where some woman we did for Nigeria, a record I'm sending for one of the Amber Fools and where it did in the diaspora. We now listen and then we will talk after.
Here's my able brother, Dr. Florentine. When I be on behalf of the refugees, I want to just say hi to Una side day from Ogoja. I want to ask now some small questions where it just baffle me in person. And one find out say this problem where they for ground so. I know they talk about La Republique, Richard women for La Republique, and I think say no concern was struggle. But for was struggle, what to be the way forward? Because we still witness by air infighting among people, positions, interests. We don't cry for una if not tell well diaspora that we send we some things say we cry for una said no be the time for position interest this. Why if this una still people una dey contradict this one yam done yam not done una dey fight among ourselves position wise we no understand. What will be the way forward? Now security council dey on. We don't know how for receive. Who did they talk final for security council? Who did they represent our case? I don't know. Who did they represent our case for the security council? And how do they represent our case? Because from the day now for their self-interest. Now this one say this one take money for who? And this one take money for who? Una one leave we 56,000 refugees when they die for Southern Cameroon for inside Nigeria. Which time we go back with the action? We go back so the one they went there for bush, may they remain for bush. How we go settle them and all this loss of souls. Now for say me we come back now for one place again. For we go back for La Republique. The one the way they hold La Republique, they go be says. I just the ask me for go back for La Republique, no be problem. But I just the ask because no harm soul. Those with the harm souls, they go remain for bush. Those who they stand against La Republique government, they go remain for Nigeria and for bush. I thank you plenty.
So my control them when I don't hear wait till that woman it come off for talk. It talk, yeah, I'm done, yeah, I'm not done. Say they don't tire. Basically, the message where they talk now said they don't tire for Nigeria. They are tired. And they get every right to feel the way they feel. One of the lies the way Amber terrorists, they will tell them for go march for 2017 as when I say and so. One of the lies where they will tell them now say United Nations it decamp. United Nations it already gets ships at Amber's Bay. When I start them, when United Nations see and say this so when I really want una country, they go can't give una the country. So when I go march. Now for their way, these people them, like this one they do on the screen now, where them they? Now the small question that they don't wipe them all. They're dead. How many of these people they do on the screen now so they still they're alive? I guarantee when I say now less than half of the people the way they when I see their picture and the people the way when I see the rematch on the 22nd of September 2017. Most of them are already victims of their own actions. And some person will tell me, say, countryman, but they did not know what they were doing. I know that. I understand that. And I empathize a little bit. Because time where the people, them way, they actually know which way they go on, time where they tell them, did they hear? Did they listen? So when they call them Anglophones, when I go vex, that woman there from Nigeria now, it be frustrated. It ask them, it see the reality now. The Amber Fools, the day for diaspora, they are fighting amongst themselves, they're infighting, fighting for positions. All man want to be president, this and that. All man want to be general, and all of those things then. Now the woman, they ask them, say, no man at time this for the fight for position, but we don't see them in advance. Even some of we will not be there involved in this fight for 2016 or 17, but for 2018 time we can't enter. We tell when I said that is exactly what is going to happen. What should I do? What should I call we? Black legs, no be so. Some people the way they be try for put sense on their head. When I go kill them. When I say when I pick them, this same mommy where they talk so they cry. If the Nigeria will ever go back, they cry. But when I talk say Cameroon na shithole country, Nigeria better pass Cameroon. No. Why when I want come back inside Cameroon when na shithole? When I stay for Nigeria better country no. Like Handan Berebri cry say he get driving license for Nigeria, he get passport for Nigeria, he get all things for Nigeria, he not get the one for Cameroon. So just stay in Nigeria. No ever come back. You don't really make a life for yourself in Nigeria. Just stay there. It's a better country than Cameroon, right? So stay there. Why you want for must come back for Cameroon? If Nigeria better pass Cameroon, why the woman they cry? If Nigeria next door to them better pass Cameroon, they cry, say they want federation. Nigeria is a federation. You are in a federated country. Stay there and enjoy the federation, no? Stay there. For Nigeria, they talk now all English, no French, no Francophone man, no day for Nigeria. Stay there. Why when I want come back for country where when I talk say the Francophonize now, when I don't really go now for country where I only Anglophone. So why when I want come back? Stay there. So now when I see the reality, the truth and sincerity, like I don't tell when Anglophones needed to go through this, they needed to experience this. Because they say experience not the best teacher. But for Anglophones then, they say experience is the only teacher. Make una understand. Now, why that way? It was vital for Anglophones to create ambassador terrorism. It was very important. Now, when they don't create the terrorism, because if you tell them for 2014-15, before Amber terrorism, they had nothing to compare it with. They could not compare about life elsewhere because they've never left Cameroon. They've never suffered. They've never experienced violence and terror and war or conflict. No Anglophone person don't ever experience them. So they be feel free for talk about them like say na bonbon. We not understand. We go learn them. We know if operate gun na wait itself. We go learn them. Now so they talk. Okay. Now the guns there in Una community. Una go carry the gun no. You there for Nigeria they cry. For 2017, 2018, this same man will cry. So now people in that way, they will intimidate some of us. They will tell us, "Ma pikin na Amber." And at that time, they were saying it with all the confidence and all the pride. Mami the day where they pay money for their pikin for go join Amber. For una way una no understand, make una understand the reality. Anglophone, mami the day where like this pikin the way they did on the screens. And now one of the dynamics is where una black legs una need for appreciate the impact of una the cause them. For 2016, 17, 18, these boys, they will put their faces out there, hold gun, proudly. Then post them for Facebook because it was fashionable. It was something to be proud of. For 2017, 18, it was something to be proud of. For call yourself Amber boy. Your mama may be the proud. Your mama may be the worker around the quartier, the village, they talk about Pekina Amber. And then they use them for intimidate other people then. Settling scores and all of those things. Pekina Amber. Gone are those days. Now, even the few Amber terrorists where they remain for Bush now, they fear for put their face out there. Why? Because we black legs them, we don't take those pictures them, use them against them. We combine the shit, no white blast them, kiki the food them. And then I don't reach for the level where now small signs, it don't enter for their head. They understand now, say, there is nothing glamorous about being a terrorist. Okay? They be telling and say, Amber boy, no fit die. Do we have to prove that? No, we don't have to prove that point anymore. They be telling and say, United Nations, they come, right? Do we have to prove that to them that the United Nations is not coming? No, we don't have to do that anymore because experience to the Anglophones is the only teacher. And they don't finally learn. And now why that when I say the Christ say, forget about United Nations, resolutions, forget about international convention, forget about a Geneva Convention or whatever nonsense. You are not a signatory to the convention. Go and commit your genocide, because they've always wanted genocide in Cameroon. Now they talk them openly, publicly, say go kill people, them, woman, picking them. They talk on them because they finally realize and say, wait, the international community has no interest, zero interest in self-destruction and suicide. They don't care. So they don't realize and now say no point, no day for the try to attract the attention of the international community because they are not coming. And the only way they feel attract them now by gross violations of human rights, then they attract the attention of the international community. Now they don't even care about getting a positive attention or negative attention. All where they want now attention. Okay? And they don't say, okay, now I want to play for Una this video. No, me I go talk now. I want to make the Amber terrorists the system now. They can't join me for this conversation. Make a story about one or two things them, okay? It will explain for Una about the suffering where Anglophones they go through and all of that. I will even play Bishop in Kea. I will play other Amber terrorists and sisters. They can't talk and all of those things then, okay? When I listen.
Yaoundé is no longer focused on the military maneuver. Yaoundé is no longer focused on sending military to Ambazonia. The reason is because Yaoundé has succeeded with what it wanted. Yaoundé believes so strong. They believe strongly in the fact that they hold on the fact that they have conquered Ambazonia by bringing in their infiltrators in the Ambazonian revolution. One of such infiltrators is Chris Anu. I don't care. I don't care if you care. I want Chris Anu. If you debate or if you argue me, challenge me. My number is 240-9700-903. Chris Anu, you can call and challenge me on the call on the program. I will still tell the people of Ambazonia where you got the courage to be made leader of Ambazonia after making the leader of Ambazonia in a meeting chaired by the Prime Minister of La République du Cameroon. You were told to come in and present as president of Ambazonia. La République du Cameroon is going to sponsor the revolution of Ambazonia financially. So I want to tell all Ambazonians what is happening. The simple truth is that La République du Cameroon is now in control. La République of Cameroon is fully in control of the revolution of Ambazonia. President Paul Biya, dictator Paul Biya of Yaoundé, the tyrant of Yaoundé, has infiltrated and planted his seed in the revolution of Ambazonia. And one of such seeds is Chris Anu, Christopher Anu. Preach to damage Chris Anu. I have no problem with Chris Anu. I have no problem with Chris Anu. Chris Anu manipulated the people of Ambazonia and dethroned his predecessor. And I want to tell you, like one of Cameroon's finest newspapers wrote the other day, that Chris Anu was installed as the president of an imaginary nation.
Yes. Yeah.
With my sense of journalism or my journalistic experience, I have years of experience in journalism. And I want to tell you, no newspaper will write.
You have years of experience in journalism, but you cannot even speak simple English. Where when I work, I call myself, so when I get Anglo-Saxon heritage. But they continue. May begin to broke that pitch where they broke up today.
Who was installed as the president of an imaginary nation? And I want to tell you, no newspaper will write such for nothing. Who controlled SCS in Maryland for long? Who was leader of SCS in Maryland for long? Embezzled millions of dollars from Ambazonians' coffers. All Ambazonian political asylum seekers, you came to the United States to seek asylum after fleeing the socio-political imbroglio back home. The throne of God, calling himself a pastor. If God happens refused to give me his kingdom to control for one day. Honestly speaking, I'll have a lot of people to strangle. One of such people is Chris Anu, a bandit, an idiot, a nincompoop, an imbecile who calls himself leader of Ambazonia. Jesus Sako. Amongst the two, they are both devils. Sako and Chris Anu, they are both devils. But there is a devil who occupies the throne of Lucifer in the kingdom of Amazonia. And that devil is Chris Anu. True. We used your money. Sako used your money. They are all thieves. Two thieves can never be a pastor. Two thieves can never be one Jesus. Three thieves is not one Jesus. A thief is a thief. And Chris Anu and Sako, they are thieves. Chris Anu now wanted to control and manipulate Marianta the way he wanted Marianta to be. Marianta became so stubborn. Yaoundé now advised Chris Anu to organize an election. The election was being organized, and manipulatively, Chris Anu declared himself leader of Ambazonia. Who voted for Chris Anu? Chris Anu is not a leader. He is a thief. A suit. A very funny kind of dress that is like the kind.
Okay. So when I get the point, now that infighting with that woman, if we talk about, some person talks another University of Boya journalist. Now that infighting with that woman, if we talk now, that same person, when I listen to this one, this part of the this video we could put them now, it be even more important. When I listen, now the assessment, knowing that countryman it make him. Na yi, Ambazonia, Ambafu, na yi the maker. When I listen, you name na Richie.
But our stupidity has made the world to know that if we grant independence to this group of morons, if we grant independence to this group of imbeciles, they will build a group of cannibals. They will start eating human flesh in Ambazonia. Every day they kidnap. Have you Ambazonians asked yourself why our sisters are sleeping with the military? The struggle for the sovereignty of Ambazonia has brought untold misery to the people of Ambazonia.
When I hear the so-called struggle has brought untold misery on the people. Untold misery. Now, I'll come now for come play now Archbishop in Kea. Video which I did. When I listen, then I will talk briefly about them. I get more videos than for play for now. Okay.
Hopes and your desires or your belief that could bring this war that you've seen, at first hand, ravage this nation? What do you think could bring it to an end?
First and foremost, I think we have gone already a long way. Where we are now is not where we were 3-4 years ago. A few more children are going to school. A few more shops are opening. A few more people are returning. But the main problem remains unsolved. And the problem is that these people who are clamoring for their independence over whatever they want, because all this fighting and the population is suffering. The population is suffering tremendously.
When I hear no, the population is suffering tremendously. But also, most importantly, Archbishop Nkea talk about the gains, how we are winning fatly. It talks, first of all, the situation is not as it was 3 or 4 years ago. Today, now he words, now Archbishop of the Bamenda whatever province for Bamenda, I not be una Catholic journalist, I not even be any kind of journalist, ecclesiastical province or whatever. Okay, man, I not bite my tongue, right? So I not get Anglo-Saxon heritage like some of una. Now what I would talk with pidgin. So yes, Archbishop Nkea, he talks today for 2022 more people did go for school than 2018. Okay, that is a fact. For tell when I say we are winning, it's the shops are opening, businesses are opening. Okay, and the IDPs, people are returning back home. That is a clear sign of victory, a clear sign of normalcy returning. When I understand, so now for tell when I say this, so we are already winning. Things are already improving. Situation is not, no mind when people they go out there, they go try for portray an image that the situation is getting worse by the day. That is a fat lie. In every aspect, every way where you fit measure the situation, You could see and say this, so we don't get improvement and gains since 3-4 years ago till today. In every way where you want to talk, the economic productivity of those two regions, the political stability, the violence, and everything else is moving in the direction towards normalcy, is moving in the direction where black legs they want them, and not the direction where Amber terrorists they want. Amber terrorists they want. Chris Anodon can tell when openly, publicly. Okay, say let us put our money together and devastate Bamenda, Kumba, Limbe. He talk and publicly say he want devastation, so as to bring international attention. Sama Thomas don't tell when I say they want for compromise, even Peking they will mami them for bringing international attention. But Archbishop Mkea tell when I say in the past 3 to 4 years, the opposite is true. An area that is being devastated, that has devastation, it no go get IDPs returning back home. It doesn't happen. So make una understand say we are winning. Now, make a play for una. This video, this one na Capo Daniel, ego explain some 1 or 2 things and for una listen.
Bitakola, you talk say Capo Daniel, around call also that for ground zero, say them being illiterate. I think say you want try to hide yourself behind other soldiers them, just like General Lucifer, where you don't kill our own innocent civilians for Sako, catch people them just because people them violate ghost town, you put people them put pistols, shoot them for their food, they bleed so and they don't die for hospital. Ignore all those nonsense them, I go address you.
So when I don't hear now na Capo Daniel to talk am now it be public. How Amber terrorists, they catch ordinary Anglophone civilians, them shoot them, kill them. So when they bleed, they die for hospital. Now, for 2018, when Contromami just started, we will tell you all these things them. This is what is happening on the ground. And the same Anglophone population, some of them family members, some of them friends, inside when our WhatsApp groups them, they can call you a liar, a blackleg, a sardinad, a betrayer, right? But now the fantastic thing now, we don't even have to do it anymore. Now for telling us how successful our communication strategy it don't be. So now the Amber terrorists and sisters, they can't tell una. Say call them by name. Say General Lucifer and they catch civilians because they violate ghost town. Shoot them with pistol for food and everything else. Nobody controvert the talk him. Okay, and because of that, and then you get this one when he say name that Richie. We don't can tell una how the population on the ground they suffer. Okay, and then now make now Mark Barretta, he can crown them, he can explain them all for una make una listen.
Spain, in fact, this is called IG. It has killed our boys more than the way First Cameroon has killed our boys. That is the truth. That's the truth. Look at how the so-called early forces in Bui took Indian guys and killed them just like that. Then Sako comes out and say we should access Cameroon. So just imagine. So please, to conclude this show.
Okay. So we need to conclude the show yet. First of all, we don't do shows because this one is not entertainment. We do live broadcast where it be informative and it be educational. When I don't get where Mark Arata talk. Say this thing called IG, it don't kill more Amber terrorists more than the way Cameroon government don't kill them. And that is just the truth. And one of the things that we want to get to understand, now say they can't talk these things them now openly, publicly, for social media, because they water don't pass Gary, because they cannot do otherwise, because the situation don't become untenable. So they be forced for can't address them publicly, because not the only medium where they get them. You wanna understand? They know very well say which way they talk and do, which way Richie come off for talk, which way Capo Daniel come off for talk, which way Mark Barretta come off for talk. All of those things and things the way themselves they know say it contribute to the infighting. And the infighting it contribute to donor fatigue. It make people they be tired, they be disoriented, they be discouraged, and they turn away from the so-called revolution. And now why that way a lot of Pekin they don't drop their guns except for Manu. Other areas, they drop their guns, they run camp for DDR center. And, you know, other people, the way they want for support financially, they don't stop for the support. Whether my trip to Boya, county by county, citizens levy, the CID, the ARF, the plenty. All Ambazuna is about fundraising and it's about thievery, corruption, and all of those things. But if we will tell Una for 2017, 2018, So now what is that way they would do when I for call with black legs and blah 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 blah. And time was we can't expose those things for when I talk to now because probably I don't pay we. But it becomes so interesting and so fantastic now for 2022. So no now we the talk him. All what we need for do now wait. The Amber terrorists they go voice them out, they go verbalize them, and then all what we need for do now cut them, share them. Okay? Now this one it happened now today. I will play for now this particular video where it happened now today. My contributor, una bear with me, man, find the video. Now, ADF, now Capo Daniel, it record this video because what will happen, I say, ADF, they go kidnap some man from Bamenda. The man is coming from Bali, on a Bali Nyonga, that side, and also na Bali something. So now, as the other Amber terrorists, now the final said they go kidnap their countryman, and that man, a wealthy man. So, believe it or not, me, I suspected the man, it be pay the other Amber terrorists them for the way they come out for Bali. So now, that way the years say ADF, they go kidnap their countryman, they go kidnap the kidnappers of ADF. It's a fantastic story. When I listen, it happened now today, this video, Capo Daniel put them out, now today, 23rd of September, 2022. When I listen.
Greetings, fellow Amazonians. Now, the Deputy Defense Chief and the spokesman for the Governing Council, Capo Daniel. I think say by now, most Amazonians, they would now watch for video where they don't come off for our brave soldiers them for inside Bali, where they don't catch 2 ADF soldiers them, top commander them. They make video with them. Then show one person where they be taking from Bamenda and they make a video. Would now show maximum restraint. I'll be happy for come to talk for now, but I deceive vex for my heart because when I hear way to way Grandpa for Bali and talk, soldier they know if do so for another soldier where they know them very well. That same ADF soldier they don't sleep for that camp. This is regrettable, and those soldiers should be released with immediate effect. Now, the Amazonian Governing Council have approved this program that we are running. We have informed all Ambazonians who are doing business with a capital of over 10 million colonial currency. Ambazonians who are doing import and export. Ambazonians who are traveling from the diaspora and going back home. We have also informed every group, Njangi group in the diaspora, that they must do their civil duty to support the armed resistance. If they don't do so, when they return back home, we will call them for questioning and have a conversation. That is the reason why this man, who happens to be a Bali Ambazonian in Yaoundé, with huge sum of money in the account, we have contacted him severally to inform him to support the armed resistance. When he arrived in Bamenda, a mission was sent to bring him, accompany him to our headquarters. This information got leaked and they were intercepted by these soldiers in Bali. Our people are tired of the blood we have spilled from Gozang to Bui. These are soldiers, valiant soldiers who have gone to mission after mission for your country and for your sake. God forbid somebody have the guts to put them on video and call them kidnappers. How dare you call an ADF soldier a kidnapper? How dare you? And how dare you, some of these failed in so-called activists who hail from the state of Momo should go out there and talk about kidnapping for the ADF.
So when I don't hear na Capo Daniel that way he talk, no not even me again. It explain the situation how they send their Amber terrorists under ADF go kidnap some Bali man for Bamenda, and then now the other Amber terrorist gang it kidnap the kidnappers them. Fantastic news. Now, like I did talk earlier, why when I think that so Capo Daniel record that video, put the face, his name and everything out, and then he publish them on social media? Why not just pick the phone and he call Grandpa for Bali or the group way they hold? Because these kidnappers, once they kidnap your person, usually they will send a message for collect ransom. No, so why they not just discuss in the background? No, mean Amber and Amber. Why they not just discuss amongst themselves and resolve the issue? Why they need for record a video, put them for social media? Now, for make una understand the state of Ambazonia terrorism, like I don't tell una before, make I repeat them. Amba terrorists have no friends, and they have no secrets. And the mere fact, say, it get to come to social media, and I will tell you, say, in a Facebook country, everything happens on social media for the Amba terrorists them. If a just record, wait till we record and so, if a pick my phone, he called the other gang, tell them, made a discourse their grievances. And the other gang too, therefore, just after they kidnap the kidnappers, they get Capo Daniel a number, Ayabacho, and the rest of them call them, talk about their grievances. But no, they did not do that. They record a video of the terrorists, the way they capture them, publish them, put them for social media as well. So there you go. So now the people in this way, una one. Now, make her explain another dynamic for una, okay? Why were this video in the play in the background? Now, 2017, this 22nd of September, Anglophones, they come out in their thousands for go demonstrate against President Paul Biya and the Cameroon government. Okay? And they will take pictures of themselves holding guns, machetes, and Chakavum Kradai guns. They were so proud of being terrorists at that time. It would be a glamour or something. See the picture they be taken at that time. They no, say yes, they be there. All get beginning, we followed them. All mammy they be proud of the beginning and say they don't go join Amber. And the only way for put sense for this kind of idiots their head now for kill them. It's unfortunate, but not the reality that, okay? Sorry, say that picture. Anyways, make her continue. Now, as I will talk, my country people them, the reality now say Anglophones they deserve Ambazonia terrorism because not them create them. For 2017, Anglophones they will complain against President Paul Biya. They will complain against Cameroon government because they know they don't ever compare two things them. The fantastic thing where Amba terrorism don't can do an activity. They don't give Anglophones them something to compare with. Now Anglophones they feel look at themselves in the mirror. They feel look at which way they don't create them in the name of Ambazonia, in the name of a government, IG1, IG2, IG3, which way they go call them saying that they are president. At one point in time, the majority of Anglophones, they will support one of these Facebook countries and one of these Facebook presidents. Okay? Now, when they look at themselves in the mirror, they say, Chai, Betana Paul Biya. So now, the Anglophone population, now they don't realize, now say, Paul Biya will be a pope. That is the truth. Now the reality that. So now, when I see and why that way, this guy, if he talk, which way they talk, when I listen.
But our stupidity has made the world to know that if we grant independence to this group of morons, if we grant independence to this group of imbeciles, they will build a group of cannibals. They will start eating human flesh in Amazonia. Every day they kidnap. Have you Ambazonians asked yourself why our sisters are sleeping with the military? The struggle for the sovereignty of Ambazonia has brought untold misery to the people of Ambazonia.
So now that themselves they make that assessment, say the international community don't see the reality and the truth and sincerity. If they dare give independence to this bunch of cannibals, it's their stupidity. If na francophone, it be described una as such, una for vex. But he's just telling the truth. Our people are stupid. Our people are gullible, easily manipulated. Our people are poorly educated. Our people operate on emotions and not their brains. Our people are stupid. And don't take my word for it. When I don't hear that guy na Richie, that guy na Anglophone Cameroonian, that guy na Ambazonian, that guy na person where he donate money for buy guns for kill una on the ground inside Cameroon. That man will come up for talk so. Na person that way, he na them radicalize this bunch of poorly educated Anglophones them. Send them for saying they go march on the 22nd of September 2017. Not them. That guy will come up for talk Richie. Now the biggest supporter for Sako internet government. But Wata don't pass Gary. Wata don't pass Gary. He don't see the truth and the reality for himself. He don't see him say this so better na Paul Biya. Because imagine the amount of power where President Paul Biya get them. Imagine the money, the power, a military, a recognized state, embassies and diplomatic relations with every other country in the world. Imagine that power. Imagine that wealth. Imagine all of that. Imagine if Pobia, if we get that bad heart where Anglophones they get them. Imagine if Pobia, it be replaced with some person like Sako Ekome, Ayabacho Lucas, Christopher Anu, and the other Ambazonia shit, no white blast the way they work, I call themselves president for Facebook, Ayuk Tabe. Imagine what level of destruction they feel cause for our country. First of all, their incompetence, their ineptitude, their stupidity. No, these words are not even me to use them because when I talk, when I will talk, say countermand the kosh. But now when I see how the people, the way they call themselves, say Ambazonians, they can't tell Wuna. Mark Barretta just come off for talk. It tell Wuna. Say then well, I will play the video because I don't want for paraphrasing. I don't want for talk. Then when I will talk today, so I don't put words for Mark Barretta and mob. Make Mark Barretta talk him again. He says when I listen.
In fact, this is called algae. It has killed our boys more than the way first time would have killed our boys. That is the truth. That's the truth. Look at how the so-called algae forces in Bui took Asian guys and killed them just like that. There's second council that say we should access Cameroon. So just imagine. So please, to conclude this show.
So what more is there for me to add? There's nothing for me to add on that. Wait till we Mark Barretta come off for talk. It don't talk at all. Okay? It don't talk at all. Now, when I listen to Belchus Ate song.
I agree. C'est genuine anglophone problem day. When I check na only banga smokers and for official because today, any person will be educated na a target for Amber Boys. Lawyers not target, teachers not target, professors not target. All man will be educated. Whether your post it be political or not, it be a target.
So that is it. So now only banger smokers, they will give the so-called independence. And because in a banger smokers, and there goes this kind of situation in the Anglophone zone. When I watch this video, I want to make all when I watch them. If when I want me for send this video for when I WhatsApp, when I message me for WhatsApp, not just because of the content of the video, where I know people put them for Facebook, because now video where it show small picking their nakedness. Now Amber Terrorism, they do them for Boya when I watch.
Hey, come here. Una close, move up. Oh, don't move your close. Move your close. Move up. Come on, I'll kill you. Come on. Oh. But then come on, you're close. I'll shoot and I'll kill him. Yes, una move. Oh, 1-1. Oh, nakaguna baga there. Move all your clothes. Oh, now come move it up. Sam, I'll shoot now. Move your clothes. Move it up. Remove everything. Very fast. You are going to school, eh? You are a student. You are armed robbers. Yes, put them up. On up. I didn't shoot to kill a medic guy. Everybody, when you are naked, run everybody in front. Oh, now look here. And this is a good school boy, and I didn't know correct. Now I didn't any.
So when I don't see them, that is what happens when you carry guns and you give banger smokers, poorly educated shit, no white blast illiterates in the community. And then you go on for call them generals. That is exactly what happens. And that is exactly what Anglophone Cameroonians have done to themselves. And that is exactly what is going to destroy Ambazonia terrorism. All where we, the black legs, will need for do, now for continue to do exactly what the way we don't already do them. There is no secret. There is no magic button. There is no secret weapon where you go buy them or you go fabricate them and then you push the button and then kaboom, Ambazonia terrorism be destroyed. Wrong. Me and you have to do the heavy lifting. We have to do what is necessary. We have to compromise all this shit, no white blast for our community, for bring back peace and normalcy. We have to make sure the Ambazonian terrorism, it touch every single Anglophone Cameroonian, because now we create them. Once it touch every single person, and then the population will understand, saying that terrorism, and then they will know what is necessary, what is supposed to be done for protect themselves, their properties, and they're picking them, and they're picking their interests, like their education. They will protect them by compromising the Amba terrorism. Anglophone Cameroonians, they get to reverse the mistake of 2017 and 2018 and in the past couple of years. Anglophone Cameroonians create Ambazonian terrorism, be it through ignorance and stupidity. Yes, I understand and I empathize a little bit, but like some person begin to ask me, say, may I not be too harsh on, or he begin to advise me, say, may I not be too harsh on the Anglophones then, because the Anglophones, they were misled. They never know what way they will do. I say, yes, I know that. But now they don't be misled. Now who mislead them? Now Francophones. They say, no. Now so Anglophones, they mislead Anglophones. I say, fine. So now, they don't mislead them for create a monster in their own communities. So now, when the monster, it become hungry, a need for devour another human being. Who do you think should the monster should devour? May go devour a different person. Meanwhile, the person where it born the monster, it radicalize the monster, and it nurture the monster, the person make it go scot-free. Wrong. The Anglophone community need to suffer the consequences of their actions. And I speak as one of the Anglophone community, a member of the Anglophone community. Yes. When I no get any idea how much I love Cameroon, you have no idea. If una be get the opportunities where me I get them, many of una, if una be get my life, the kind of life where me I already get them, a life where I no thief am, a life where I work hard for, from my education qualifications to my travels around the world, my exposure to the world, the doors I can open and pass through, the access I have to certain things. Then, if una be understand and una know, and if they put una for my situation, una no go ever even visit back Cameroon. Me no una no go even visit. But tell una we una no know. Many Cameroonians the day when they abroad, they don't stay abroad for maybe, they stay abroad for maybe 10, 15 years before they ever visit Cameroon back. But when I see countrymen, they on the ground inside Cameroon. I did there for Cameroon sometimes, just for this 2022. I don't already count Cameroon twice. I've there Cameroon for February till March, and I'll be there Cameroon again for July to August, when I know. And maybe for Christmas time again, I go there for Cameroon again. For tell you how much I love the country. Every single time where I travel into Cameroon, it cost me close to 6 million francs. 6 million. My flight alone, for last time I traveled to Cameroon, because I fly business class, it cost me close to 2 million francs. And also because I think I don't explain that for when I say I will get small issues with my flight. I reach halfway for my flight, and they take me off the aircraft because my visa was not valid, because there was a small mistake with my visa for enter Cameroon. So I began to, you know, do other things, stay the night in the hotel during my transit, and then fly the next day, and began to book another ticket. And the only other ticket I could book had to be business class, because that was the only ticket to fly to Cameroon. I pay. So all in all, just my flight to Cameroon and back cost me 2 million francs last year. I mean, which I talked last year. It was 2 months, you know, it don't even reach 2 months now, but July. The Kumkumas Oliver Lekiaka were a day for Cameroon. When I remember, I think being at 12th of July, I was in Cameroon. I was in Cameroon up to August. We only did Nana for September. Yes, I did Cameroon last month. About 4, 5 or 6 weeks ago, I did Cameroon. Maybe next week I go there Cameroon again. So I love Cameroon. That is a fantastic fact. And I don't even need for Terroruna. And you don't even need to know that. but I love Cameroon. But one of the things and two way we need to understand and say, what we do here is not just about compromising the Amber terrorists. Once all the Amber terrorists don't be compromised, and then peace and tranquility feel return and all of that. That is not my vision. It does not end there. What we are doing is bigger than that. What we are doing, we are preventing the next so-called revolution. We are preventing the next Amber terrorism and insurrection. We are preventing the next Anglophone agitation in Cameroon. That's what we are doing. Make una not ever underestimate una impact and una part where una play in Cameroon history. As I speak, we are writing the history of Cameroon every single day as I speak. By the information where we share them. And now one of the things in that when I say I create www.countrypeople.com. Now because I know say I do not own Facebook. If I publish things then after every now and again that Facebook page it can be unpublished. And all of that content it go to the waste basket just like that. Now why that way I get countrypeople.com. Information where I want make it remain for eternity, for posterity, so that the next generation, decades after maybe we don't already die go, they no go ever forget the Anglophone stupidity and Anglophone madness where it happened for 2016 and 2017. When Anglophones they will finally scratch that itch. It don't always they itch them. They don't always want for carry guns against the Cameroon state. When they finally carry the guns against the Cameroon state, how it be backfire fantastically. How it be resolved into the compromisation of Anglophones by Anglophones. How it be end up with Anglophones fighting for positions of power. Anglophones, they like a bunch of people the way they plan for go hunting. And for that plan for go hunting, they don't already envisage say this so they go kill elephant. And they start fight how to divide the elephant before they even kill the elephant. They don't already fight, so they start kill themselves. Before they even see elephant for eye, they don't already kill themselves. Where they fight and fight how to divide that elephant. That is the Anglophone so-called struggle. So Anglophones, they don't prove to themselves, say, President Paul Biya be better past them. Cameroon government better past them. And Eric Tato don't talk him publicly. In English, he say, La Republique better pass una. Yes, Eric Tato talk him. And as I talk, things that come to my mind, I remember them. So, una bear with me. Eric Tato talk, say, Cameroon better. If, now say, I don't get the video, I for play for una. He talk him. I don't just search them for my laptop as I will talk to una, so I will type quickly for my laptop. Eric Tato don't talk them. All of them, they don't talk them. From I don't play on a video when I don't see how a man collector talk them. Say Amber don't kill more Amber than the number way Cameroon government don't kill them. That is a fact. So what we are doing is not just about destroying ambassador terrorism as it is now. What we will do now for prevent them, make it not happen again in the future. Now, let's see if I don't play all these videos and for now. If there is another one where I never play them, for me for playing for now. I want to play the one for Libya Lem. What's the Libya Lem video day? Now the Libya Lem video days. Now, when I listen to this Anglophone stupidity and the Anglophone madness for 22nd September 2017, for Libya Lem to be precise, I want to make a commentary on this video.
Now, Fontaigne, Libya Lem, in Menzi precisely, they are moving from the central deal to the SDO. You can see them in numbers, more than 5,000 people a year. They are moving to the SDO, on which the SDO has ordered its military people, respecting the people and by sending down the flag of La Republique to Cameroon. You can't see them. You can.
When I hear what we talk now, he actually talk and say it is so, in which the SDO, it don't lower the flag of Cameroon and it restrain the Cameroon military from taking any action. So that population, they will riot, they demonstrate, or whatever they will do, carrying Ambazonian terrorist flag, an alien flag, insurrectionists, and where they talk about secessionists, which is a treason, which is declaring war against the state. But the SDO for Libya Alem, it don't fight them back. It just do the right thing. He did the right thing, by the way, and I congratulate you for that thing we do. He not shoot no person. He no order the gendarmes, the military. Say me they go sit back. They lower the Cameroon flag because these people were agitated and they were angry. Now, the same population when I see for here, and now one of the reasons this way when I see and say Libya Alem it be carry amber terrorism put them on top their head. When I know if you understand what will be happen for Libya Alem for 2017, 2018, my country people them. No mean that all thing it will be recorded. You cannot understand. Libya Alem will get the highest number of amber terrorists when compared to every other division in the Anglophone zone. Libya Alem. Now for tell una how fantastic what job and what black legacy it don't be. We don't successfully de-radicalize and compromise the amber terrorism for Libya Alem to the extent where today, the 23rd of September 2022, the number of amber terrorists where they did for Libya Alem, you feel count them for your fingers and toes. It no reach 20. It no reach 20 for the number of amber terrorists where they still be active inside the bush, inside Libya Alem. It no reach 20. We don't go to the extent so they go find better fire, would knock Oliver Lekiaka for head, compromise the shit, no wireless. That is how successful we don't be. Libya Alem na a special case. And all thanks to the ex-combatants really come on Libya Alem, especially Beltus Atterson. Yes, our favorite Bangwa man. All thanks also to the elites of Libya Alem for their support, advice, and in every other way. No be ultimately we can't talk out publicly. Every other way where they don't support and assist in the eradication of Ambazonian terrorism for Libya Alem. Some person ask me, say, oh, now we will not kill Oliver. It means that the war don't end. Yes, it don't end for Oliver. That's all I wanted. I don't care whether the terrorism it end for Batibo. If the Batibo people they want for end them, they go end them. The Bangwa people, they don't shing say this, so they go end them for Bangwa land. And that's exactly what they're doing. Name me one more person where Oliver Lekiaka don't kill him or he don't terrorize him since the 12th of July 2022. Name one. It doesn't exist. That is what we achieved. Now we don't compromise Oliver Lekiaka. We don't make sure say the Bangwa population they feel live free. All the people they be victims of the terrorism where it drive them out of Libya Alem, they go become IDPs out. All those people they have nothing to worry about. They feel go them back into their communities. The few amber terrorists where they did for Bush, systematically and in time, will go wipe them all. The people, the way they talk about dialogue, say they go dialogue with amber terrorists. Now people them, either clergy or politicians them or business people, they know which way they will benefit. Politicians and business people, they know to separate them because there are people with their agenda and their interests. They work on their interests. But the average Bangwa person where they on the ground, he go ask you, say, if you go dialogue with Oliver Lekiaka, you pay billions. How that one it would take benefit, I don't know, some person will come up for Bui. Or how that one take benefit, some person will come up from Cambe. It doesn't. So the state, now we don't use our money, that money belongs to all Cameroonians then. We go bribe one shit, no white bloods. And even when they don't bribe the shit, no white bloods, what are you protecting? You are only doing it for the Bangwa people because Oliver Lekiaka has never threatened or has never ever affected anyone's life in Cambe. No one. Not at all. He don't get the capability. And now one of the things in this way, and I don't discuss them too with the Bangwa picking them, whenever they talk about Oliver Lekiaka, like some ones they would tell me about how, this and that, and they talk as if Oliver Lekiaka will get a great impact inside Cameroon. I thought they go find place down, you drink now for. Oliver Lekiaka be impact na Bangwa people them. Oliver Lekiaka terrorized na Bangwa people them. And it be incumbent upon the Bangwa people them for eradicate the thorn in their flesh. If we not eradicate it, we not leave them. That one concern now. Now make we take, for example, this one with the Mbashe Clement from Koketunja and Bui. Okay? If the population for Bui, they want to eradicate it, they will do it. If they don't want to eradicate him, they keep him. It concerns them. You understand? He not terrorize no person from Cambe. He not get the capability to do that. So make the population from Cambe, they carry their money, their hard-earned money, because Cameroon government money belong to the people from Cambe as well. Can't buy when a terrorist pay billions to them in the name of, say, the dialogue. Dialogue for what? And can they be peaceful today now because they be dialogue with who? They dialogue amongst themselves, the elites from Cambe, from Nangoke, Tunja, they call them, or Nandonga Mantong, sorry. The elites from Donga Mantong. You get Minister Fu Callistus Gentry. You get Honorable Ngala Gerald. Those are the two prominent ones I know. But I know that there are more. There are hundreds of them who have worked together, collaborated in one way or the other. From the chiefs to the principal to the brigade commander and all the other ones, the way they don't work in unison. For make sure saying Cambe no ever get anything to do with Amba terrorism. Yes. So now who in Cambe population we dialogue with forget the peace where they get them inside Cambe? Nobody. See Libya Lem it come back to life day in, day out now. For 2017, 2018 and 19, most of the atrocities they wanna be here and they come on from Libya Lem. Today you wanna not even hear. They talk say they don't go put 2x2, film marshal 2x2 for Libya Lem or whatever nonsense. Red Dragons does not exist. Since we Oliver Lekiaka will compromise the food with firewood, your brother Chris Anu go make that live broadcast. They talk. It don't be there about a month now. Say they don't put another so-called film marshal 2x2 or whatever nonsense. What's that day? Whenever I hear even video, even the noise, even cricket for midnight, whenever I hear Imekam, no, it is fear life. Libya Lem don't die. When was the last time when I hear say some action happened for Libya Lem? Anything. When was the last time? Even look at the whole of the Anglophone zone. Now for 2022, for example, for this school, this since the 1st of September, when 23 days ago. Yes, they don't kill people then for Kumba Highway. The ambassadors don't kill civilians for that bus and whatnot. That one was the only major thing we happened for the whole month of September, right? And they kidnapped some school picking for Fundong, and then they kill. That's the biggest major thing we don't happen as far as Amba terrorism they be concerned. For Santa Awing, they be kidnapped some part them, say they work have a ghost town because they be declare lockdown, whatever. They be beat them and then they burn some motor them for that's it. I think name about 5 or 6 incidents in the past 20-something days. Those things the way I name them so they be happen in the Anglophone zone. Now all of those so daily. Now for tell you now how far we don't come. News it will come out thick and thin for the way we fast, for the way we will not even be capable for broadcast them all. So a lot of things that if they be killing only one person, it don't be even enter news. It don't be even enter news. If you say they will kill one bad boy from Benin Corner, who cares about that? It don't be enter news. We'll be the look now for the one when they don't compromise at one point for Bali. Wait, see if I can find that a picture. The picture, no, you know, there's my laptop. I don't just search them. For Bali, one time so they compromise now 30-something Amba terrorism for one attack. Now so die body the life that's so now 2018 that you don't hear that anymore. The number of Amba terrorists it don't reduce. So it not be possible for even kill them in that great numbers. And for Red Dragons or Libya alone, that just one group called Red Dragons, they will get more than 1,000 Amba terrorists distributed in about 7 different camps. Divide 1,000 by 7. More job make it easy. Divide 1,000 by 10. So they will get hundreds of shit. No what I say. For one camp for Libya Alem Amba terrorists, 300 for one camp. Now for the whole of Libya Alem, they don't even get up to 20. The biggest Amba terrorist camp where it exists now for Bui. And they get now about 50 picking them for the 50. And they not then for one camp. They then have for 3 or 4 different camps. When Bashir claim one come on go commit some atrocity for some side, if they pass to the camp, collect picking them, pass to another camp, collect picking them, pass to another camp. Now 3 or 4 camps will come together before if you manage bring together 50 picking them. One time if you come out with picking them, they reach about 100 to 120. It will be now 5 different camps. Make you understand the dynamic. That is the state of Ambazonia terrorism today. So we get to continue with which way we already do, grinding the shit, no way blast them day in, day out. Sooner or later, which way we can say village by village, block by block. Any village where they want for compromise Amber terrorists, they clean their territory, they will clean them. The one where they want for keep Amber, they get every right for keep Amber. That one are their business. It concerns them. It not concern me, my contribute with them. So I hope say when I don't get small benefit from this live broadcast today, when I match fire for share and make it go far and wide. Today now the 23rd of September 2022.
Hail, hail, hail the Kumkumasa. We the Cameroonians, we pledge our loyalty. Kumkumasa, Kumkumasa, you shall free our country from terror. And your blessing shall be like the stars above. The Most High God shall be your guide.